What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one, the only, Ash said it. AshSaidIt.com, AshSaidIt.com. Welcome to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. I appreciate you guys for all of your love and support. Over 1,600 episodes and 500,000 streams worldwide. None of this would be possible without you guys. So I thank you so very much. And yes, darlings, we are into the spring months. It's getting warmer outside. It means some clothes are coming off. But that means that also there are going to be some pretty cool things happening. And you want to make sure that you're taking care of your largest organs, darling. And your largest organ on the human body is your skin. So today I've got the creator of BeautySoClean with me, the wonderful Nancy. Hey, Nancy.
I am so excited, Ash, to be here. Oh. I love your show.
Oh,
I just love your show.
Thank you so much, Nancy. Yeah. Now, Nancy, where in the world are you today?
I'm in Ontario, Canada, actually, just outside of Toronto. And we are in stay-at-home. We're back in stay-at-home, and Canada's not doing so well. We're pretty behind with the vaccines here.
Oh, boy. But what is the temperature like? Is it still, nice outside?
It's nice. It's a nice spring day. The tulips are coming up, so, we're able to get outside. We got through the winter, with COVID coming. I remember heading into the winter, I thought, well, I guess all last spring and summer we've been in training here to hunker down and, getting ready for the winter. And now it's spring and we're allowed to go outside. But again, in Ontario with the stay-at-home, you're allowed to be outside with members of your household only.
Gotcha. So, Nancy, what was the big inspiration behind BeautySoClean?
Well, BeautySoClean, being a makeup artist, I've been a makeup artist for many, many years, and there was always something missing. And it actually, on work, doing a sports celebrity one day, I used the compact and ran off to do a movie junket with Brad Pitt, pulled out the same compact, and I went, wait a minute, I'm sharing the same compact. It doesn't matter if you're using a disposable sponge or your brushes are clean. And I thought, we need something that's like hand sanitizer for your makeup. Yeah. So the light bulb went off for me that day, and off I went to develop a partnership and get into R&D and develop formulas and build a brand.
Wow. So after you got that idea and you ran off to just go get started with things, what was the first major obstacle that you faced?
Oh, boy, there was a lot of obstacles. So I think, being set up with, dealing with regulatory bodies. We're in Canada. We have to deal with Health Canada. And, you're really getting into the sanitizing world, finding the right manufacturer. And one of my partners is a lawyer and a chemist. So when we were sitting down with a chemist that we hired to help develop formula, it was finding the right formula so that the formula would not change the consistency of the makeup. It had to be like magic. It had to do the sanitizing, but it couldn't change the consistency of the makeup. Imagine spraying your Chanel palette. Imagine, people spend a lot of money on their cosmetics, so the formula had to work, and it had to work fast.
Yeah.
So I think that was probably the biggest challenge.
Gotcha.
Because I had a dream, I had a vision, but wasn't going to work, right?
Yeah. Not unless you work.
So that, to me, was it.
Okay. What would you say has been your proudest moment with the brand?
I would say there's, again, many. When I first launched the brand, I started having Emmy and Oscar-winning makeup artists calling up our office saying, "We need gallons of this stuff." I was just blown away that somebody of that caliber would call me and call me by my first name. And again, another really proud moment was I was at a trade show in Europe, and somebody came up to a store booth, and it wasn't our BeautySoClean booth, and I said, "We need BeautySoClean." So when you hear your brand name being called, that's a big moment. But the biggest moment was this year, I'd say from last end of 2020 into 21, we went into deep testing for viruses and bacteria on our products. We did our cosmetic sanitizer mist and wipes, and then we did our conditioning brush cleanser and our wipeout brush cleaner, and the results came back with incredible efficacy. And what made me proud about that was I pushed to get this done, but to me it's all about getting people back to work.
Yeah.
Makeup artists back to work, personal services back to work, health and safety. You know, they've got the data. They know the product is going to work. And again, if you're at home and you haven't been at work, your makeup bag's been growing things in your bathroom that you need to sanitize. So our biggest moment in the company has been this year with the efficacy that we can now prove that the product works.
Gotcha.
So,
okay. So that sounds good. Now, Mother's Day is just a few weeks away, and I know people are just planning different things, and they want to do something special for Mom. What are you guys doing for Mother's Day?
So I started a program called Team BeautySoClean, where I'm interviewing makeup artists around the world that follow us on our social media, that comment, or they send us messages. And so I started this because I wanted to reach out to people to say, how are you doing this? Let's help the communities get back to work. And do you have any tips? How is BeautySoClean part of your day? And, what are you working on right now? Some are working, some aren't. So it's trying to find inspiration for people. And for Mother's Day, I'm going to put together a video about my mom, who was a makeup artist. And my mom passed away, 14 years ago. And she taught me everything that she knew. And the first lesson, I actually was brought in to work with her because her assistant called in sick. I wanted to be a vet, but then I got pulled into a studio, and she taught me how to have a clean setup. And, my whole life backstage, if the babysitter didn't show up, I was with my mom cleaning brushes. She was working with Mama Cass and Tina Turner, King Rogers, Harry Belafonte, and there's this young kid there cutting up their sponge and cleaning their brushes, right? So it's part of my whole DNA in makeup. So honoring my mom, who taught me everything, and with her being the cleanest makeup artist out there way back years and years ago, I want to talk about her. And my mom always taught me to never give up. If you believe in something, don't give up, because you can make it happen. And I have to say that there's been many moments building a brand, being an entrepreneur, that there's just moments that you say, should I keep going here? I'm exhausted. And my mother's always on my shoulder saying, don't give up. And, and she always talks about your reputation too, where, you have one reputation, and if you mess it up, you're never going to get it back. So if you got to push and believe in something and keep pushing for you to make your dreams happen, your reputation has to stay intact at the same time. It's about honesty, and it's about driving a product. And, we created a whole new category in cosmetics, and I look back at the work, and I think that if my mother didn't instill that in me, I would not be where I am today.
Oh, I love it. Shout out to all the mamas. I definitely want to give a shout out to all the mamas out in heaven, including my mama. So shout out to the mamas out there.
Mamas are special.
They are. If you're blessed enough to have a just phenomenal, amazing mom, you are so blessed than the rest, because I've heard the stories. I'm sure you've heard them as well. People with not so great upbringings, but when you have an amazing and just talented and phenomenal mom. You talk about her with pride. You cannot mention your mom without just, perking up a little bit. It's a little sadness there, but there's a little perkiness too. But so Nancy, what words of inspiration do you have for women today that may have a dream on their heart? Maybe they're one of those moms that are out there that feel like, it's too late. I should have did that idea, that dream 10, 20 years ago. What words of inspiration do you have for them today?
If it's in your heart, just follow your dreams. And, one step at a time, doors will open. Right now, it's a really tough time where people are feeling that doors are closing. Mm-hmm. But I'm also going to say, keep those doors open. Yeah. We need to modify right now and look, and open new doors and find new dreams, but keep the other doors open, because we're going to get back, and we're in this together. And that's what Team Beauty So Clean is that we want to talk to people. Let's, not be so anxious. A lot of people have anxiety right now. We're going to get through this. Yeah. And we're going to get through this together. And just, if you've got a dream in your heart, just as my mother said, don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
I love it.
Keep going.
Amazing, amazing. Nancy, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much. I want to mention that we're going to put up a promo code, a discount code on our website.
Yes, please
for 25% off.
Okay.
And it's going to be Ask Ash is the code.
I love
and
it.
And it's www.BeautySoClean.com. And there's all kinds of information on there about cleaning your makeup. And let's pull out those spring palettes from last year and let's dust them off and make yourself feel good and beautiful.
I love it. Nancy, thank you so much for joining us. Let everyone know the best way that they can follow you guys on social media as well.
It's at BeautySoClean _.
I love it.
And we've got, again, all kinds of great information up there.
Perfection. Thank you so much. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for all of your love and support. Keeping in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face, you tell them, don't believe me. Just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for, the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.